think recording is in progress. So now, for us to do something like this, Mailchimp, right? Let's go to their website. Now, for you to start, whatever you want to do, it requires planning when it comes to design. The first thing you should take note of, you have to plan. That's the first thing you need to do when you want to design or create anything whatsoever. You need to plan. Yes. Now, this is what we need to do. This is a web page, not an application, right? So, and you have to plan this stuff like, oh, web page, and I need to create a screen size for web page. All right, that's for desktop view. Oh, I guess we will not be seeing this one that I am currently sharing. Yo. Just a second. What are we seeing exactly? I want to know what we are seeing. Okay, let me share my whole page. Sorry. Let me share my audio window. So, yeah. So, I was saying planning. This is the website. Now, what we need to do is size for websites, for web page, right? So, we are currently on Figma. So, what we need to do is to like I said, we go to frame, or we press F. So, and we select desktop. So, okay, book. All right. So, here we go. So, this is what I was talking about, planning. Now, this is the web page which we have just created. Now, the next thing is we have a login box inside this home page. It is not a full screen of like login page. Login page are always so, and some always have this kind of different kind of design. So, and the next thing I need to talk about right now is icons. How to get icons. I realize some people are still struggling, but now I have to talk about plugins. How to install plugins on Figma, because it will help us during our UI UX design journey. Now, to install a plugin, we can right click and plugin, manage plugins, or like we right click on this like part. We just right click with our mouse, then we see plugin and we go to manage plugin, or we go to and click on. So the plugin we need to use first that we'll focus on today is for icon, right? So we'll search for Iconify. You know, this will make things easy for us. Instead of going to another website to search for icon, come back here, paste it here. But from here, we can just drag the icon, you know, inside our framework. So we click on it, then it asks us to run. So the icon is currently installing. So installing just as easy as that. From here, we can search for any icon, we can search for it from there. All right. So this thing is disturbing me. Where can I keep it? Pin to bar. How I pin it? Disturbing. So now this is it. So now it's very clear on how we can get any icon. We can search for maybe profile icon. We search, we click on the search bar, it gives us so many profile icons. So if we click on it, see, it will show us the size, color, and this one is auto for the size. The color is black. We can change it any color we want from here, or to make things easy, we drag the icon inside, right? So after dragging inside, let me remove this one. Let me zoom so I can increase the size. So let me just take it right to this our frame. By the way, we can always change the color. Like you can change the color from here. You can see we have the stroke, we have the fill. We can change the fill, like the inner color, that's the fill. Then the stroke, we can also change the stroke. So whatever icon we are trying to use, we can modify it and change the color. We can increase the size and make it look better or to suit whatever we want to do. So that is basically how to search for icons, which is the most important thing. So even this eye icon, you can also find it there. You can find any icon that you are looking for. So this is the eye icon. We just have to look for the one that looks like this one, exactly this one, because what we are doing is a clone. We are cloning a new page, like we are cloning another website. So we can search for it and just like we'll be say, okay, which one suits what we need exactly. So we look for it and we bring it in. So I know the icon, the icon, the exact one that was used, but yes, I've forgotten. But then that is just it. We can take our time on our own to look for it, so we won't waste time here. So you just look for the exact icon. I will just look for one as an example, so we can proceed. Let's say this, for example. I just drag it in here. So after we drag it in, we can change the color. We can change the color if we want. Yes, if we want, we can change the color. So we can change the color to already show us how to get color from a website. I already explained that in our previous class, that okay, if we have like this our Chrome extension is, so it will help us in selecting colors. So like the color of this, color for this, the color for this particular stuff. Let me go to my Chrome extension and search for ColorZilla. Then I paste it here. Now automatically the color has been copied, so I can use it from here. I think what was changed is just the stroke. I just paste the color code and press enter. That's all I need to do. Easy. It is super easy. not something difficult. It's something that we can undo easily. So I hope I've made justice to that about picking colors and selecting icons and what again. So okay, let's look at the font. So and for this font, some people are already designers, so they can tell what font is it. So some will just have to search from the font part of the of the Figma design, and from there they can dictate whatever font was used. So okay, our major focus today, number one, is just to understand how icon works, how we can use icons for our work, and also our planning, how we need to plan our design when we want to start designing. Like, for this, for most of us, we start with planning on paper. Like, this is what I want to do. I have a drawing of it. Like, this is what an idea I have in my head. I have a drawing on it. I sketch it on paper. Okay, this is what I want to do. After doing the sketching, this is basically used by designers. I have a sketch of it all on paper. Then I bring the sketch to life, to reality. That, okay, my sketch, this is my idea. Let me try and implement it with my design. So if we can do that at first, we'll be able to make work super easy for us. Like, just like, oh, we have hero section, we have this section, we have that section. So that is that about that. So for those of us that our design is not yet balanced, I think with this we can actually lay our hands on it and do something marvelous and do something great. So I want us to do something real quick. The last time we focused on application. So today I would want us to focus a little bit more on web page, and also maybe we work on hero session. Then after that we end today's class. So I'm just searching for anything random. Just searching for anything random so we can work on it together, this live training. So I'm just looking for something simple that we can do, something really simple. Okay, let's look at base tag. I think base tag design really complicated, right? Right, I think it's something we can do. I don't know, maybe we can use this as our next task, but you might find it difficult. But at the same time, let me show you something. Now, for this design, some people will be like, oh, I want you to clone this exact stuff for me and change the contents, change the color. Some people can be that funny anyways, but not all the time. So I'm just telling you, just for practice purpose, if you want to clone something like this for practice purpose, for test purpose, that you just want to practice on your own, to get all on, I don't know, maybe I need to share this on live stuff, but at the same time, but if you want to get this because this is also going on YouTube, so you just have to right click and inspect. So you go to sources, and from this you can see the assets used for this design. You can see the image, you can see the CSS, you can see the font. So it can be like image, you can look for the icons and proceed in looking for what we are looking for. So there is this particular background I am looking for. So that's why I just have to come in here. Maybe we can find it. Look at some icons they use. which can easily get from here because you won't be able to download those icons from their website. But this is the only way you'll be able to download it. So I'm looking for, there is something I am looking for. But anyways, this will help us in case we need something like this in future. We need to search for, maybe we saw a background on a website that we need to use. We can just go on their page and inspect the website, and from there we can look towards the assets, and from the assets we can check or see most of the icons, background that is used for the website or to design the website. That if we need, there are some strange icons that you might be looking for and you can't find it. And you can only find it on a website and you want to extract it. So it's just the easiest way to do. So I think this one. This one looks easier. I think we can do it. This one also looks easier. I don't want us to be searching for and there. So, okay. We'll just need to get another background image. Now, okay. We already have our desktop size, right? So let me paste here. So we can be checking. Okay, this is called hero section of the website. This whole part is called hero section. This whole part is called hero section. And that is the first section where we have our menu, we have our call to action, we have like a brief introduction about what the doing or what the brand is doing. So to design this, we can see what they have here. Just move as logo. They have the menu, they have the
You are muted. You are muted. You are muted.
You are muted, Mr. Timothy. You're muted. We can't hear you. Hello, Mr. Timothy. We can't hear you.
time ago. So my mic, hey, geez. So my mic, hey, just a minute, please. So sorry, I got a delivery I need to attend to. So I'm not yet. Let me just proceed until he returns. So there was a time I was on mute. So Okay, that has been fixed now. So now to get this fill color, so what we just need to do is we need to please, in case you can't hear me, if there's any time you can't hear me, please just notify me from the chat button. So from this, we click on.
You can't see your screen anymore.
You're not sharing your screen.
Okay. Okay, I'll start sharing now. Okay, I'm sure you all can see my screen now. So what we need to do from here is just the fill. We want to fill this background, like I said earlier on. We click on the fill, then we click on this, which is the pick. This one is forced to pick the color fill on that background. So we click on it, then that's it. Then it will take effect immediately. So that's how to fill the color. Okay, so just a minute again. No, what? QR code, no? IBAN? IBAN, okay, tamam. Okay. Tamam. Okay, tamam. So once we filled this, the next thing we need to do, I'm so sorry for today, guys. I just need to do whatever I need to do because it's going to be a very long day for me today. So now the next thing is to start with the logo and every other thing. So let's start with this logo. Now our test tool, we already know our test tool. We click on the test, just move. Just move. So we can increase the font size to, from here we can increase the font size to, let's say 20, 24, 32, 24. Then we can change the font to, let me see, Montserrat. 100% sure. Yeah, that's correct. Montserrat. So that's the font that was used. So we can change from regular to bold or extra bold. I think it's bold, right? Bold, yes. So now we are done with the logo. So the next part is the menu. So we can just duplicate this text. I think I already showed us how to do it. So let me take it to the box where we are doing our work, so we don't need to be moving it out, in and out again. So it's right here. So let me change the color to white. Change the color to white. So for us to have the same margin and the same margin on the left and the right side, we can plan to have the same. So for us to have the same, we can be like, okay, let me bring out a box. Let me bring out a box just for easy use and just put it right here. Just say maybe so it's not really important because we can also use this there is this way we can actually measure it. Figma makes things easier for us when it comes to like fixing those sizes or whatever. So now we have this just move as our logo. Now the next thing we need is the menu. So what do we have on the menu? We have the home page, we have the about, plan and pricing, and contact. So we start with home. It's not as bold as the logo, so we can change that one to regular, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, regular, not really regular, but You can say medium. Okay, medium, cool. Medium, cool. So we can reduce the size to 16. Yes, I reduce the size to 16. Then we can see from here, we can see like this red line. We can see a red line below. That red line is showing us that this just move and home, they are on the same, excuse me, they are on the same line, which means it is perfect. So if we push it forward again, it will show that it is at the middle of just okay, let me move it forward up a little bit. So this is just for us to track, oh, are we having this thing on the same line? Is it at the center? Like I said, Figma makes all of these things easy for us. We can actually take it up. You see, if we take it up, you see it's not, but down this way, it shows that, oh, it's not at the center, but it is in between. Or we move it this way and like, oh, I want it to be at the center, but at the same time I want it to be just like something not down, but it should just be in between the text, like down the text rather. So it should merge on the same line with this one, the bottom line. So I want it to be the same. So wherever I move this to, the red line below will show me what I am trying to do and how, if I am on the right track or not. See? So that's the advantage of it. With this, we can have our work being perfect, and we don't have to be having issues with, oh, lines, this one is not on the same line, this one is not having like balance, like this one is going up, this one is coming down. So Figma already make almost everything easy for us, so we can be able to do whatever we need to do easily. So the about pricing, plans and pricing and contact. So this one too, we can duplicate this test. So like I said, you see, in between it is 76. So we can make everything in between all 54. See, like the space in between these two ohm. Okay, let me change the test. About the space in between this ohm and about is 54, right? So if we move this one again, we can make it the same 54. The same 54 and the same whatever. See, everything is looking perfect. You see, they are all on the same, like the same margin, like the space in between, they are all the same. So we can do the rest for other tests as well. So plans and pricings. So the last one is the contacts. So we duplicate the test as usual and make sure they are all the same. See, they are all the same on the same line. I think this one of them is not on the same line. I think this other one is not on the same line with this one. Let's double check. Yeah, I think we should just reduce this thing and make it like, let's say this is enough. That's 41. Okay, this is for contacts. So now what we have left is our buttons. We have like the login button and the join us button. So for us to create more space, we can move these ones a little bit to this side. So we can create our buttons from this side. So we start with the login, which is following the same stuff from here. Join us button. This but easy to do. Just click the box. This thing is to add border to it, like to make it curve. So we can do that. We already did this in the last class, in the previous class. So we can make the curve, let's say 10. All right. So we can change the fill color as well. We'll pick it from here. Yeah. See? Easy. So what else do we need to do is to put join us and our icon. We also need icon. So we'll go to plugins, iconify, and we search for, this is like a forward button. Yeah. Let me return to the icon list. So we can just look for where we can get similarities and go straight to there and find the icon we are looking for. So we search, we just use finality. So for the icons, we just think about what we think, what's like in our head, what kind of icon, what's the name of the icon. You can guess, and if you cannot guess right, you can search what you are looking for. So we have different type of this forward icon that we are seeing here. Look for anyone or we create it. So apparently almost all the icons are there. Whatever icon we are looking, they are all in here. So just need to look for the exact type and we use. So this is something like this or something like this. A little blurry. So let's say this one. Let's just use one. So like I always drag.
First Corinthians.
And zoom to see what we are doing. So this can also go in at the middle. See, we can change the color from black to white. So let's take it to our work area. What's missing? Something is missing. Our icon just disappeared. So reduce the size again. And reduce the size. to fit in whatever we are doing. You can reduce the size. That's up to us. Of course, why not? So you can reduce it or make it bigger. Depends on what we want. So then we have our test, which is join us. I think the join us is a little bit thicker than the text is a little bit thicker than other one. I think it's the bold. So it doesn't want to come up. So bring it to front. Yep. So I think we are done making justice to this, to the area section. So now we can proceed to the next thing. No, like I said, you can always preview your work. You can always preview whatever you are doing, even right on Figma. You just be right on one side. Oh, because the first frame we have is a mobile frame. So that's why it's showing this. We have a mobile frame initially from the start of the work. So we can always preview what we want and see. But the frame we have, we started with by, so that's the reason why we are seeing this. So so let me try and delete this one, maybe to give us what we want. So we don't need that again, surely. So let's move to the next part. Then we do this one very fast, then we proceed. I think this one is just something very easy to do. We just need to type. Then we proceed to questions and answers, because we don't have time to touch so many things today. But hopefully by next week, we will go a little bit deeper. We'll dive a little bit deeper. But for now, we are stopping on this hero section. I take questions for a few minutes, and that will be all for today. So the next thing we need to do right here is to type all of this. I just duplicate the text. I think we can use this one. But it's not as thick as this. We can use this one. See. The new way of, okay, hosting virtual. So the test is done for the euro section, so we can increase it. We can increase the text size. Can increase it to maybe 64. I think we still need to increase it a little bit, but the thickness is not as thick as this. I think it's semi-bold. It's looking like bold. Yeah. So let's increase the text size again. So increase it to 96. So we can adjust this from here. Or we use 64. We'll just stick with our 64. Then we can also do some little bit of adjustment from, sorry guys, give me a minute. I'm feeling cold. Put on my stuff. Yes, I'm back. So now we have some other tests below, like we use AI, what. So what I'm going to do about this test is just, I'm not going to type all of that. I'm just going to copy and paste something and be on Google. Don't need to type all of that. So I just copy and paste the tests because I don't want to start typing, so it won't waste our time. So here we have the test below. So I think the font size is enough. So guys, please start preparing your questions because I'll start taking questions very soon. Start preparing your questions, and you can start, or you can type the questions in the chat box. Yeah, or if you can't type or you want to express it, it's okay. But please, you have to do it quick and fast. So there is something I want to do. But apparently, I guess we already created one button before now to give us an idea of how the button is being created. But regardless, we can still do it again. Can create this button again. I like to bring it closer to each other. So the reason why I like doing that is because I want to see everything as it is immediately. So I want to see everything as it is. So I won't have to be moving left and right, checking what I am doing again. So for this one and this one, the color blue, we already have our color here. All right. So the same thing, we just have to use the same. I think one is longer than the other. We can adjust this one. This one is not having any color. So we can drag this one not to have any color to this side to make it transparent. Then we have stroke. We can have the stroke color is blue. So that's how to create this one. So for us to know how to create it, that's why I just have to do it real quick. So somebody has said, well, this one looks transparent, this one looks this one looks that, but now we see how the buttons are being created. So I actually have a lot of things to share today and to say and to tell us, but I'll keep it up to next week because of my schedule for today. Get codes now and learn more. So those are the tests that are required from that place. Now get code now, sorry. So, and learn more. So, let me see the test. Okay, so the ticks. So, the test is behind, so we have to bring it forward, bring to front. All right. So, the learn more, the color of the learn more is also blue. And change it from here. Just pick the color and Viola. Here we go. So that's about the design of today. As we can see, it's pretty easy. Designs are not something really complicated. We just have to, okay, let's do some kind of line heights to give space in between, like the line height, to increase the line height. So we can increase it from typography and we can find line height. This one is auto, but we can change it from auto to something we want. You can say, let's give it a 2. Oh no, oh sorry. Don't worry. Okay, we can increase from here. And this is enough. So we can increase the line height of this one too if we want. Just to make it pretty easy, drag it from here. So voila, here we go. So I want to do something. I want to create a new design file. So we can preview that. I don't want to start testing things. So desktop, Mac here. I just want to copy this design from here and paste there. Yeah, sure. Let's continue from there. Oh, the next one is the image. Yeah. What did I forget? So for the image, this image, I don't know how we're gonna go about it now because we might not be able to get exact image. But okay, let's just look for, let's go to picture. And search for picture of a girl, right? Just search for anything. You know, these images, they are free to use. So let me see, let me just try this. There's something I'll show us next week. Yeah, there's something I'll show us next week. So for now, fix the image right here. Mm-hmm. So so left side we can say 50. For the bottom part we can also say 50. So you see it's already giving us what we want. So I guess it's just the size of the image we need to reduce. You know, it's the way I am reducing it, it is helping me giving it shape, right? So because Canva makes it easy and it's already giving it shape, it doesn't need to lose form, right? So you can see that's our image, and we are able to do this. Yes. I know the spacing between here, they are too much, but I don't want to reduce it. So we can always reduce this one. Don't worry, there's something we can do about that. We can bring the text back. Remember, this is just a demo test. So it's either I take the text back from here, like this, or I remove it because it's just a demo. I can actually take it back and or I remove it regardless. But the idea of the we were able to recreate this, that we are not only limited to app, we can also create website with Figma. So I just don't like creating something from it. I like to okay, let's bring something that has been done before, then we recreate it. Like we all search for this one together and we try to recreate it. So it's just like, you know, someone might come with a crazy idea. I want this way, I want this way, I want this way. And as a designer, it's your responsibility to bring their idea to reality. Like I want my design to fly this way, I want it to fly this way, you know. The person, the owner of the concept, who owns the concepts might be like, oh yeah, this is how I am visualizing my dream, my vision about my company. So you create something. So you're not limited to your own personal idea. You can be able to bring in people's idea, get people's idea like, oh, this is what you want. Let me create something around what you want. All right. So it gives us this flexibilities. And like I said, you should not be like you should just continue designing. Now we are done, we can remove those border stuff from our design, then we can preview it. Like as I was saying, we should not be limited to just designing just one stuff. We should we should try as much as possible. Every week we create a design. Now this, we just did this one today, you know, together. I'm sure if some of you are following up, you also be here right now. Like you'll be able to create this on your own. So this one will give us this kind of flexibility to be able to create our own project, to work on our assignments. Even the assignment we'll be doing for this week will be like a website. I'm still thinking out loud. Maybe we can recreate this. The Euro section alone. It is a little bit complicated, but I think we can do it. Yes, I think we can do it. This one. Yes, I think we can do it. Let's just try this was my own concept, my own idea. Like this is how I want the site to look like. You understand? So we can create something like this for all of these assets, like I've showed you earlier on. This one I can freely, and now see, look at the mobile, it's perfect and responsive. Now I already show us how to get the sources. You can get this website was built with WordPress. We can get like the uploads from here. It's called uploads or assets, regardless of how what is being named based on the or where it's been built from. This is the logo. This is the what else? Yeah, the logo in white background. We can get all of the assets from here. We can get the image from here. We just click on here. We click save images. Save image as it. We've gotten the image. So same thing applies to what again? This one, see? That's on the web page. All of these things are on the web page. So we can, this is even the background. The background, that's it. The WhatsApp icon, the image, and so on. We can actually, what we need to create is just the hero section alone. I will drop the link to the sites in the chat button, in the chat comments. So we create this. Yes, we can do it. It's not something difficult. We already know how to get the fonts. We already know how to get the colors. So just create the hero section. And not just the hero section. And when you check on your phone, you can see the mobile view. You create the hero section and the mobile section, including the menu. You see the way when you click on this place, it shows the menu bar. You can create this menu bar on a separate, okay, let me show us. No. Let's see. I close the page right now, which I'm not supposed to. Okay, let me show something. Okay. Let me show something. Let me show something from here. I need to round up. I'm so sorry, guys. I need to round up. So now, this is the mobile stuff. We can create our menu with the same, we name it menu, and let's say like this, like the same way it is. Remove whatever is here, delete. So remember, we want to create this menu. Then we put all this content in there, all of it inside this same place. Inside this same place, exactly how we are seeing it from here. We put it inside the same place. So this is an application, so that's why it's having all of this. But that's a website mobile view. So it's not necessarily we have all of this. So I'm supposed to create it, but I have less than 30 minutes to leave the house. So I would have created it for us right now, just exactly how we are looking at it from there. So what we have here is just the background color. We have the tests. We have our menu, and we have our newsletter. That's it. It's just as easy as that. And we have our close button. Yes, it's not necessarily it's functional, but we are going to make it functional next week. That when we click on this, to take us back to this our hero section. Once we click on this and we close it, to take us back to our hero section. We'll talk about that next week. So I'm just taking very few questions. I'm taking very, 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 not much questions today. So does anyone have questions? So can we know whoever have questions? So and start with accepting questions now. Please raise up your hand, or if there is no one having questions today, you can end the
Morning, Mr. Timothy.
questions.
Good morning.
I guess the 65 members we have today that joined are the ones
Hello.
that are the designers I am looking towards and as anticipating to see them going forward next year, like in 2025. So yes, let me
Good morning, Mr. Timothy. Please,
very long
can you hear me, please?
video.
Can you hear me?